Creative Laura here. Welcome. I know, my hair. Welcome everyone. It's Halloween night. I did not feel good today. Yeah, I haven't felt good for a few days, but today kind of hit me in the early morning hours and I was not feeling great, but as the day progressed, I drank some ginger and garlic lemon tea and I felt better. I did. So I'm super happy because I got to hand out candy to the kids and I got a ton of kids, which is funny. Hold on, there's something behind me that's bugging me. There we go. Anyway, I don't expect anyone to be out there and watching, but I just wanted to say, oh my gosh, I had so much fun, which I haven't had in a long time. Sorry, I'm trying to see if anyone's here. Hi, Paula. How are you? Happy Halloween. Yeah, I still don't feel great, but I feel better than I did. So I'm drinking some water. What did you guys do for Halloween? I'm so happy that I ended up getting dressed, which was nothing. Put this on, little scarf thingy. And I was gonna dress like a pirate, but hi Alice, how are you? Oh, Alice, how are you? Both Alice and Paula, how are you guys? Happy Halloween to you too. You've been sick also? Oh no. Yeah, I'm really careful, but my dad goes to like Walmart and his doctors, and if I'm not with him, he won't like, desanitize himself. He does wash his hands, but you know what I mean. Anyways, we got a ton of kids. Hi, Davina. We got a ton of kids, and everything that I handed out, which is funny because I thought, oh my gosh, I really want to do Halloween, but there was no way I could afford it. Hi, Sheldon. I got everything I had been saving for like 3 months, I would say, from the food bank. So everything was from the food bank. And the kids were like, oh my gosh, look at this. Oh my gosh, look at that. They're so cute. And I had such a good time. And I didn't cook dinner for my dad. He did his own dinner. And I had made my dinner last night. So everything was prepped and ready to go. And I thought, you know what? Let's do this. I wasn't going to. Happy Halloween, Lupe, or Lipe Izzy, and hi, Kathy. Happy Halloween. So I just did like little cross stitching on my cheek, chin, and over here, and then I didn't even put mascara on. I was like, I am too tired. But I just put a ton of mascara and like liquid eyeliner or liquid shadow on my eyes. And then this little gypsy thingy. My dad's like, you look more like a gypsy. I'm like, okay, let's just go with that. So I'm wearing a black like t-shirt and I had black leggings on and then a tank top underneath. It was fun. Let's see. Can you guys see me? Hold on. Let me go lower. Okay. Um, no kiddos here in the circle. Oh no. Well, it's kind of I used to get like 300 kids, and I think I got about 150. That was it. Um, and I still have a few things left, but we used to get a ton of kids. But I'm at the end of a development and end of a street. It's like kind of a dead end, you know? So it kind of makes sense. Explain me about Halloween. I can't. It's a pagan thing. You can look it up probably. It's fun. It's nothing witchy poo or anything on my end. It's just kind of a fun Hallmark holiday thingy. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Kathleen. Kathy, sorry. Why did I call you Kathleen? Sorry, I gotta drink some water. What all did you guys do tonight? Did any of you hand out candy? Actually, I do know about Halloween, Krishna, but I'm not gonna get into it here. So let's not make it about that. Okay. I'm actually really big on history and really big on history and religion. So it's very interesting, actually. You should Google it, yes. It's very interesting. Just like Christmas. I mean, it was once one thing and then another thing. So, but rather than getting into it here, I'm just enjoying the lighthearted portion of Halloween. So, did any of you hand out candy? I handed out all the candy and the good stuff from the food bank that I didn't want to eat, the candy, you know. And then my dad, I mean, of course, he wanted to eat it, but I saved him a few. And we had I still have, no, I don't have so much. I still have a few pieces left, but I decorated everything I decorated with. I mean, look at this lantern. Okay. I got this out of a dumpster. And I don't know if you could see, but it's a little witch riding in the sky on a tree against a tree, and there's like a little thing. Anyways, it's nice. I got this out of a dumpster. The ceramic pumpkin that I got, holder thingy for the candy, I got out of the dumpster, and it wasn't broken. I couldn't believe it. Yeah. Yeah, it was. And the kids were so cute tonight. There were some repeat groups. They were so excited that I gave them like full size stuff that they came back, which happens, you know. And anyway, so I came back and I'm like, one was a dinosaur with Michael from the movie, you know, Halloween, and the I don't remember the third kid, but they came back twice, and then I think there was another group, and I don't remember what they were, and that was okay. Um, but I got like full size packages of Starburst AirPods or Airburst or something, and they were like huge bags. And so when I put it with the other stuff, it was like heavy, and I go, give this to your parents. It's too heavy. Their little bucket was like this big, you know, and they were like little ones. And I thought, oh my God, they're so cute. I just loved it. I loved it so much. Hey, Maria, how are you? I'm good. So good to see you too. You and Alice and Paula, Kathy, and Krishna's new to the group, but gosh, you guys, so good to see you. I'm still kind of sniffling, so sorry for that. No trick-or-treaters here. My parents got over 1,000. Oh my God. Like, you got to sit outside for that. Or, I mean, I had a couple kids come in my house. They were so cute. Wow. Oh my goodness, 1,000. I've never gotten that many. It's always been like 300, 350, somewhere around there. But Lord of mercy, 1,000. Jeez Louise. I mean, like, what did your parents get, Kathy? Maria, my dad's doing good. He's living with me now, so he's not living away anymore. He's living here in my house, which is really nice. And how have you been enjoying the weather we're having? It's so nice, huh, Maria? Like 70s or low 80s. That's what we're having anyway. So nice. But yeah, my dad's living here with me, which was a whole big process. But he's now living here with me, and all his stuff is here. Most of his stuff. There's still more stuff. I've got, I thought I brought my tea up here. I guess I didn't, but this is just water, I think. Yeah. Good Lord, though. That's got to be a lot of work, Kathy. Like, from what time to what time are they handing out candy? I'm just kind of curious. Because for us, it was basically from, I would say it started really late this year, like 5:45 to like almost 9. And then I was like, I'm shutting it down because it was just teenagers and it was like few and far between at that point. From 6 to 8. Oh my gosh, that's like a lot in that amount of time. Wow, I thought I got a lot of kids. Holy moly. It's been in the 80s here in Oklahoma. Really? That's, well, you know, you guys get those tornadoes, stir up winds, and, you know, I mean, not that you have a tornado. This is tornado season, I think, right, Paula? Or I could be wrong. I mean, yeah, I could see how you would have 80s. Yeah, they come in droves. Yeah, so did here, you know. But when I got like one or two, and they're like little ones, I'm like, oh my God, they're so cute. I had little like bags prepared for them. And they got those bigger bags, you know, for coming early or, you know, by themselves. They're little ones. They were so cute, you guys. There were very few unique costumes, but the ones that were unique, I was just like, oh yeah, that's really good. That's a good costume. You're in Oklahoma City. Oh, okay, Alice. That's right. They come in droves. It is, yeah. Sorry, you guys. My foot is killing me. I have a weird thing going on with my foot. Oh, I gotta take my shoe off. Oh, is it? Yeah, it's a little swollen. Man. Yeah, let me take my shoes off. Oh, gosh. So much fun. I had such a good time. I can't afford 1,000. I couldn't either. There's no way. The only reason I could afford the kids that I got was I had been saving everything that we don't eat from the food bank. My dad being a diabetic, I really don't like sweets. So I just put everything aside and made sure everything was in code, because these parents are just, I mean, they just wouldn't accept anything out of code, even though we all know things last, for a month or two or longer after code. But I just wanted to make sure with the kids, they got everything in code. So everything was, and I taped things together. I had like a few little bags, which was really good. And for the little ones, and they got a ton of stuff, and they're like, Mom, Mom, look at this. Because I would say, you might want to give this to your mommy or daddy because it's really heavy for your little pail. They're so cute. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, Kathy, what did your parents buy? Did they get like candy bars, or did they get like, I don't know. You know how you can buy those packages that are like 1,000 pieces, and they're like big packages, and they're gum and Tootsie Rolls and things like that? Or did they get like, chocolate candy bars and then hand that out with like maybe a gum piece or Tootsie Roll or something? Sorry, you guys, I'm sniffling, but I'm a little bit congested still. I read that California is going to eliminate the dates on food. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Things are crazy here with the election, too. I don't even want to get started on that. Let's not talk about it. I don't want to talk about it, to be honest. Let's not talk about politics or anything, but I'm just saying things have gotten crazy here in California, and I'm sure, well, I know across the nation, but let's not talk about it. Let's have fun. Paul or Alice, do you not get any kiddos in your area? Let's see. Paula says, I'm here, but I am multitasking because I'm also a mod over somebody else's channel. Please, I got two devices. Oh my gosh, you're so crazy, Paula. Well, thank you for being here too. Yes, yeah, let's not talk about it. Yeah. But sorry if I'm sniffling, but I just am. Hold on. I'm gonna what I do, I don't want to show you guys, but I spread my sinuses, and it just opens my sinuses up so I can breathe. It's so crazy. They go to the rich sections. Oh, okay. Well, I don't live in a rich section, but and I live at the end of like a city block, at the end of the development. I mean, I'm surprised I get the kids that I get, to be honest. Like my dad's house, I handed out candy there, and I think a lot of kids were not sure if we were handing out candy, because we only got a few little ones. Oh, they were so cute though. But most of them were scared but I had all the lights on, the lights in the bedroom, like the blinds were up, I had music on, but they knew we were, moving my dad. So, I didn't, I don't think, I think that's why they didn't really come by. But the benefit was my dad and I got to finish like the little treats that I had prepared. So that was okay. Um, I it was cool because the people across the street had their family come over, and they opened the garage, and they had like a bonfire going like right outside their garage, and then they had all these people, and they everyone came over basically one by one with their kids, and it was just cute, you know. They didn't introduce themselves, but they're renters. It's like in one of the smaller houses on the block, and it's a rental, but you know, it's a cute family, and so it was really cute seeing them all. I had like a couple of kids come with like a grandma, and the grandma said, "Grandma trick or treats too." And I'm okay with that, but I didn't really like her, you know, delivery, but I still gave her something. And anyway, it was fun. I had a good time, but I had to like sit down by the door because I'm tired. I'm not feeling myself. I'm kind of congested. Let's see, what are you guys saying? My parents live close to Main Street, and there's a parking lot across the street. A lot of people that live in the county come into for trick or treating. Okay, wow, that's probably why too. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's crazy. Laura, I have to go. It was nice to see you. Okay, good night, Maria. I'll see you later. Happy Halloween. Hi, Victoria. How are you? Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween to everybody. It's such a cute little holiday. And I don't want to, like, I don't like the bad part of Halloween that people, you know, no. No, no, no. But happy Halloween. It's fun. Fun little, I don't know, you know, Hallmarky, um, Halloween or holiday. I know the true meaning of Halloween. And, you know, different countries have different versions of it, and it's cool. I'm cool with it. But there's some like dark sides of it, which I do not look into or want any part of at all. Not at all. Did anyone dress up? Oh, it's okay, Paula. Paula, I know you like kitties. Do you still have some kitties? I know you're multitasking, but thought I would ask. I'm a mom. Yes. And she went live too. Oh, okay. Who went live? I'm just curious. You don't have to tell me, but I'm just curious. Probably jewelry, I'm thinking. Let's see, is that? Oh, that's kind of okay. Anyway, I think there's 12 of you here. Thank you guys for joining me. I was just having a good time tonight, and I wanted to share that. And I just wanted to share that if you have no money, which I don't, and you know, I got everything from the food bank. I had saved it over probably 3 months. It was like Haribo gummy bears, Starburst, AirPod Burst or something. Some other juicy fruit thingies that like they're like little berries. They have like juiciness in the middle, little packages. Oh, I had donated some Otter Pops. They were from Target that I got. But I had got more, and so I just included that with those. And then what else did I get? Oh, these little like rings, you know, those rings that you would like lollipops that you would suck on, and they were like princess ones, and then some were excuse me, I just burped. Oh, excuse me. I just ate before I came on here, sorry. And then the ones that were like that said oh poop, but they were like in the shape of a poop. And I thought those were funny for teenagers. So I like taped some of the Otter Potters with those rings. I put, I mean, I just doubled, excuse me, everything up. And the kids got a lot. So even if I did that, I gave them more, because I had so much. It was so much fun. No, it's a game channel. Oh, okay. Not 5 years old, not $5. Oh, okay. Yes, I got Jake now, 4.5 years old, almost 5. Okay. Aw. Did you take him trick-or-treating? Let's see. Victoria says, actually, in Victorian parts, aka Mike Newsom, used to go to YouTube jewelry auctions. Oh, really? Oh. It's it's Victorian parts, aka. I don't know if I'm reading that wrong. Victorian parts, sorry. Okay, so you're going to jewelry auctions. Okay. I used to do jewelry auctions. I went to a decade party at Cyndi Lauper. Oh my gosh, how cool is that? I love Cyndi Lauper. I probably love her more than Madonna, to be honest. Oh, okay. Victorian parts. I gotcha. Okay. Ooh, like doorknobs and metal things like that, or like things like, well, you can't see my doorknob, but my little doorknob or things like that, key fobs or something. Okay. Oh, cool. There's a guy here, I think he lives here in near me in California, and he rents an apartment, and he talks about how he's renovating his apartment because it's Victorian. There's a lot of Victorians in like near the Capitol. And how he's fixing them because people painted over them and everything, and he just is refurbishing them. I don't remember his name, but there's a couple people near me that are like show historic things and blah blah blah. Anyway, it's so cool. I just love, what he's doing, and he's renovating these old flats. I mean, I lived in an old flat in downtown, and everything was painted over, like doorknobs and locks and vents and the radiators, and he's just like stripping everything and cleaning them and making them beautiful again. It's really great. Yeah, it's really cool. I wish I could remember his channel, but shoot. Yeah, I don't remember. But the other one, I think part of his name is Logan something. I don't know, but he lives in the same vicinity as me, near the Capitol. He's more towards the Capitol. And yeah, it's kind of cool because I know all the places he's talking about. Um, and oh, there's something on my screen, and I keep thinking it's on my face. Okay, there we go. No, I thank you for remembering the jewelry. I don't do the jewelry auctions anymore. I mean, I still have jewelry, um, but I haven't done a jewelry auction in so long. I'm kind of curious if anyone would be, interested. But I have like a lot of loose gems that are faceted, and but that whole scene, I mean, I'm so glad I got out of it because it's kind of cutthroat, and you think one person's your friend and the other person's your friend, but they're really not. They're all in for themselves. So I learned the hard way, and I'm glad I'm out of it. I'm really glad. So glad I'm out of it. Oh, they transitioned to Whatnot. Whatnot is like another website to auction, right? I think so. Yeah, I'm so done with it. I mean, if someone came to me and said, "Look, I want to buy 10 faceted rubies or 10 faceted mixed jewelry," then, I would say, okay, let me take some pictures and give you the details. Here it is. But the auction thing, I don't know. My life is just different now. It'd be harder to do that. But I mean, I guess I could do it, but I don't really want to do it. Fast pace. Yes. Yeah. And, I don't know. I'm kind of just done with it. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I I still have so much. I mean, my dad is living here with me. He was a gemologist, and we have all of the loose, gemstones that are faceted, which faceted means that, you get a gem, it's cut for a setting. That's it. And I remember when I first started online, like really no one knew anything about gemstones and what things were called. And people are getting, afterwards, like they got more educated, which is great. But yeah, I still have a lot of faceted stones and some antique jewelry. But yeah, I mean, if someone said, "Oh, I want to see it. Let's do a live," or "I want to see your live," then I would probably do it. You know what I mean? But it would have to be specific. Tell me what you want to see. Do you want to see rubies or sapphires or I don't know. There's some I can't even think of the gemstones right now. There's so many. Fire this and fire that. I guess let me know. Thank you so much though, Victoria. Victorian parts, I appreciate that. It was really good talking to you. It's midnight here, so I'm going to get okay, good night, Alice. Have a good night. Happy Halloween. Yeah, so I know the lighting isn't that great right now, but I am just kind of winding down and I don't hear any kids out there. Hold on, let me open the window. No, I don't hear any. That's just my dog shaking. No, I don't hear any kids out there. I shut it down. It was like around 9. I'm like, no one's coming now. It's just like the big teenagers. So, and there was few and far between them. So I was like, oh, it's time to go. Come here, baby. You want to say hello? My friend bought him a little outfit on at Target. It was on clearance. Come here, baby. Can you jump? Oh, wait. You're gonna hurt yourself. Come here. Can you come? Come here. Oh, maybe it was too small for him. I couldn't believe it. It was like sashimi. So cute. So I gave it back to her so she could return it. Can you say hello, babycito? You're so delicious. Can you say hi? Okay, let's just get up here a little bit. See, I've been trying to get him to gain a little bit of weight because he was getting skinny. That's just what he does. Say hello. Say hi. Mwah. Mwah. Baby, you're so delicious. And everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. Come on with mama. Come with mama. Okay. Yeah. He's such a moaner. Yeah, baby. You're such a baby. Yes. You're Mr. Cute. Oh. He was barking the whole darn time, of course, because the kids were ringing the doorbell or knocking and ringing and knocking and he's barking the whole time. It drove my dad crazy. It drove him crazy, but I thought it's one day out of the year. Sorry, Dad. Anyway, look at his little face. But he looked so cute in it. It just wasn't big enough around his midsection to lock it in, and it was kind of near his private area, if you know what I mean. And it just would have gotten in the way if he had to go to the bathroom. So I didn't want it to get ruined. She said she got it for like on clearance. It was originally only $5. It was like a nice quality too. And she said she got it for like 350 or 375, but so I tried it on him that day. She gave it to me, which was, I think, yesterday. And then I told her, and I said, just return it. I put it back on the package, and I met her, and I said, just go return it if you can, because Target's really good about returns most of the time. And yeah, sure did returned it that night, and so that was good. So baby, you got some good. My dad made something special, so he's all happy. He got a little piece of pork chop, huh, baby, and some rice. Yeah. So, I watched some really cute, spooky things leading up to Halloween. One of them was called The Burbs, back from, I think it's like 1989 or 1990. And it had Tom Hanks in it, you know? It was cute. It was totally cute. Um, it wasn't like scary, you know, it was just like kind of silly, funny, scary. And then, what else? Then I watched, it's called Murdoch Mysteries, and it's like I think a UK channel, but it was like on a local channel that I got. And it was pretty good. I watched a couple episodes, and kind of reminded me of like Sherlock Holmes, that era, but it was good. And so I watched that. Then this past weekend, I watched oh, what is it called? The Peanuts Gang, and it was the Great Pumpkin, you know, Charlie Brown. And then I also watched the Bernsteins or Berensteins, I think their name. I always thought it was Bernsteins, but I think it's called the Berensteins. Bears Halloween, and there's like 5 episodes or something to it. So I watched one of them, and then I watched because I do like cartoons, animation, just being nostalgic. And then I watched The Grinch Halloween. It was creepy. Don't watch that. It is like really creepy. Come on, baby. So yeah, I did that. I had some treats, and this was like a fun Halloween, because I don't think I've had like a really fun Halloween since COVID, and because I didn't do COVID Halloween. I think the next year I did, and I think I just got a few kids, and I was limited because I only had, you know, so much stuff. And then last year I was at my dad's, and then this year here. But it was fun. It was really fun. Yeah, I had a good time. And I kind of wish I had like, no, I don't. I take that back. But I was thinking like, oh, I wish we got a pizza, or I made a pizza. I wish I had like a little thing of wine, because I was sitting by my front door, because my front door, if I were to like sit at my, or if I were to sit at the back of my house where I normally am to get to my front door, I would be walking back and forth constantly, and it would have been just annoying. So I sat by my front door. I was gonna sit outside, and it was nice weather. It was just that I wasn't feeling so great, and I didn't think that I should push it in case I wasn't feeling great. But I wore gloves when I assembled everything for the kids. And then I got on some black little lace gloves that I had when I was handing them out, which kind of went with my outfit, which was really nothing in my outfit. Yeah, I'm glad I did too, because I was like, oh no. I was so bummed out. I was so bummed out, you guys. Man, I just thought, oh no. I look forward to this every single year, but I did it. I made it. Um, so yeah. So it was good. It's a simple costume, just like, this, which I've had since like, I think it was my mom's from the 80s at some point. So I remember I washed this ahead of time. I wore it last year too, but last year it was a pirate. And this time I just wore all black, you know, because I just wanted, to get it together and be done. I did. I had a good time. And I made sure I had a good time leading up to Halloween. With watching those little cartoons, which was really nostalgic, and then and also free, and which was great. I don't have cable or anything like that, but I don't feel like I need it, so I kept it frugal, and yeah, I'm really glad that we don't have cable or anything like that. I'm so glad. Like, we don't need it. We get great local channels. So, and you'd be surprised what you would get on the local channels. It's kind of funny. I'm looking at myself with this little stitch thingy that it's kind of rubbed off, but um, I put that on there. And so a lot of Native Americans do have like some marks that will go down on their chin. And I always was wondering like what I would look like with that if I had gotten that tattooed, which I'm not. I will not do that. But I am part Native American to where, I could get like a few marks on my chin. But I don't want to do it. I just don't want to do that at all. But I just kind of wondered what I would look like. So I was like, let me just draw it. And it was just with my eyeliner. And it's kind of rubbed off. And then that one, I just drew everything randomly, which was fun. Let's see, you only have local channels also. And when you do watch, there's plenty to watch. I agree. So when I was growing up in the, let's say, 90s, because I was in college in the 90s, I graduated in 1990. So I was already in college by 1990, and I didn't watch all those TV shows because I was in college and I was moving a lot. And not only that, but like I would go out a lot. Not bad, just we would go dancing and stuff. So I was never home for like the Saturday Night Live episodes, Monty Python reruns, um, all of that. I was not home for, and other cool TV shows, So I'm kind of catching up on them now. And there's a few shows now that I really like. One is that I was mentioning in one of my videos, and I couldn't remember the name, but it was called Man with a Plan with Matthew LeBlanc from Friends. He's in it. And the guy, I don't know his brother. I don't know. I can't name what he was in, but he's been in a lot of shows. I really like him. And it's just a cute show. But it kind of triggers me because they eat like pastries and yummy stuff all the time, and it makes me want to eat something every time I watch that darn show. But it's fine. I watched that, and what's the other one called? Oh, American Wife. But the wife is kind of mean. I don't really like that one as much. Um, okay, SNL and Monty Python are great. I'm going to see Spam-A-Lot soon. Yes, which I didn't know that's what Spam-A-Lot was from Monty Python. I have so many friends that are really into Monty Python, but they they went out too, but like they sometimes were home on Saturday nights, and I don't know what it was with me, but I wanted to go out every night, Friday and Saturday night, and it drove my parents crazy. And we really didn't do anything, my friends and I. We would just go to the river, or we would go to the beach at like the lake, get pizza and do nothing. I mean, we were just like young teenagers doing fun things, getting together, but yeah, I remember she would on Monday morning, if she didn't call me on Sunday, we would talk on Monday morning at school, and she would, tell me about, late night Monty Python reruns or Saturday Night Live, and I'm like, I didn't watch it. But she would get so irritated. But like later in life, like her and I went out all the time, like dancing, so it was fun. But her parents just wouldn't let her go out very much. And at a certain age, I think she was able to, which I mean, my parents were strict too, but I had a very early curfew. So I think by the time I came home, I wasn't, even though Saturday Night Live came on late, like I was so tired, I just kind of came home, and went to bed kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah. And we had such a good time. I mean, oh my gosh, we would always get like one pizza because that's all we could afford, and at Round Table. And then we would take it at night and park somewhere by the lake in my area, and we'd walk down and just sit on the beach and eat it. And then someone, of course, would bring like a wine cooler or a whatever beer or something. We would all share it. But I don't remember. I think in my whole entire high school years, I probably drank maybe like three total beers or wine coolers in total. Three, because I just was not a big partier. I wasn't a drinker, but it's just funny because I look back and I'm like, oh my God, I think I was a really good kid. And like my parents didn't have anything to worry about. But my curfew was later than my sister's, but my sister moved out early, and she pushed, every limit with my parents. Um, so yeah, those were the couple of shows I like watching. American Wife. Um, there's one called Grounded for Life, and that was like in the early 2000s, I think. I don't really like that one. It's okay, but if I'm desperate to watch something, I'll watch it. Like if I'm trying to sleep and I just want to like kind of watch something, not be on my phone, kind of thing. But it's really not for me. It's okay. But I also like oh, and then Elf, or not Elf. Alf comes on. Like that's on. I never watched that. But I kind of just watch it here and there if I'm desperate. And I wasn't feeling so great the last couple evenings, so I was watching it and I'm like, oh, it's kind of cute and wholesome, but not something I would watch all the time. But it was just cute. Um, and then yeah, that's kind of it, I think. I'm sure there's more shows. But I also watched Teen Wolf, which I never watched, with Michael J. Fox. And it's cheesy and cute, but and it was good to see him, young. But yeah, I never watched that at the theater. Like I barely went to the movie theaters ever. And if I did, it was a big deal. And like my ex-husband loved going to the movie theater. I didn't like it because I have kind of anxiety when I'm around like a lot of people, which is funny because I worked around a lot of people. So, but on my days off, I didn't want to go see movies at the huge Mexiplex. Anyway, he would like to, and we would see things here and there, but he would see scary movies and I wouldn't go see them. So he would go with my sister sometimes. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. I'm like, please go. I don't want to watch them. That's too scary. But um, the other fun thing that that I've been doing for a few months. Actually, I think I've been doing it for I don't know how long now because I don't remember when I got my card, but it's a library card. And I've been checking out some really great books and just kind of burning through books every night rather than like mindlessly going through my phone, watching a, video or something. Um, which is fine, but my eyes need a break. Like, and I'd rather read than always be on my phone. So, and the EMFs, aren't good for our health. So, I've been reading a lot again lately, which I've always been a big reader, but that's been free. And yeah, that's been really great. I really enjoyed that. In fact, I have some books over here I'll have to show you guys that I've been kind of reading. And they're not library books, they're just books that I happen to have. Let's see. It's January of 1972, they changed the age of maturity and the drinking age to 18. That was the year after I graduated from high school. Oh, yes. I think I kind of remember that because I remember when I graduated high school, I went to Hawaii with some friends, like a school trip. And you had to, previously, you could be 18 to drink, and they just changed it there and it was to 21. And I thought because I looked older, because I had glasses and I could put them on and I thought I would look older. And it worked like twice, and then the third time it didn't work. But yeah, I think it used to be 18 in Hawaii also until, 1990 or 1989 or something. And I wasn't really big into it, but you know, I just, we all kind of wanted to have a little something because we graduated. So I think we got twice a couple of like, I got like a 6 pack of something. I don't remember what it was. It was like probably like some kind of a schnapps thing, Ugh, I can't even imagine drinking that now. Gross. And the third time, the guy is like, "Can I see your ID?" And I'm like, I'm like, "Oh, I left it at the hotel." Yeah, they did. And I think first of all, our brains aren't fully developed until I think it's 21. So really, we have no business drinking before we're 21, making like adult decisions with that. But anyway, I'm trying to think. I don't think I was able to rent a vehicle at that time because I think you had to be 21 or 25 or something. I think it was 25 there. So I kept going to Hawaii with friends, and my sister joined us. And we at that point I was like 25 or she was 25, and we could rent vehicles, which was fun. And we would do that and get Jeeps and mopeds and ride around the island. And my sister crashed one time, but anyway, it was a lot of fun. And we had like good wholesome fun, like we weren't well. And when my sister was with me, she was careful. She didn't, she minded herself because she was really a wild child. um but yeah, I think it's a good idea that they changed it. I'm trying to see. I think I hear something outside. Okay, it's nothing. Okay, sorry. Oh, okay, it's my neighbor getting home. I thought I heard, like, they have this little thing outside, a ghost, and it goes, ooh. every time like someone walks by it, or and so that's what I was hearing. I'm like, trick or treaters like, still? I don't know what time it is, but okay. Um, would you guys be upset if I went to use the restroom real quick? It's right on the other side of this wall. You won't hear it. But if I go use the restroom real quick, and I will be back. I know it is creepy. I can hear that ghost when they first put it up, like in the beginning of October, from my bedroom window in the very back, if my window is open. I need to go. Good night. Okay. Good night, Kathy. I will talk to you later. I think I'm going to use the restroom really quick, but I will be right back. So, think of some like frugal questions, you guys, or frugal things that you want to talk about in videos. I did have someone ask if I could talk about a sinking fund, which yes, absolutely. Although my sinking fund is probably a joke because it's very little. But still, nonetheless, we should all have like a sinking fund. I don't care if you live in a home, an apartment, on the couch of somewhere. You got to think of the future and emergency. So, but think of some questions. I'm kind of curious, like what you guys would like to talk about, not only here, but like in a video. So, I'm gonna use the restroom really quick, and I will be right back. Oh, if I sit too long, I get kind of sore. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Okay, no questions, but that's okay. So, what I was thinking is when I'm my future videos, I thought, well, some things I'm going to be changing for the good, but I would really like to do a vlog, but it's kind of hard for me. Hi, Victorian Parts. Okay, it's kind of hard for me to do like a vlog all the time and to be in them because my dad, he's elderly and he lives with me. But there are times when I can do them like little by little here and there, which is fine. So I'm going to throw those in. I'm still going to do a food bank haul here and there. But I also wanted to do like a Q&A of, answering my like questions that you guys might have. So, what do you do with all this? What can you do with that? Blah, 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 like I got a ton of ginger and I cleaned it, like manually cleaned it with like a towel, and I put it in a jar. But one of them has like some mold on it. And I thought, well, that's weird. So I think what I'm going to do is peel it all, put some in vinegar in the fridge, and then the rest I'll kind of grind it and put it. Some I'll grind and some I won't grind, and I'll put that in the freezer because I don't want it to go bad. But I did drink some ginger tea with lemon and honey. I think that really helped me today. I took care of my elderly mother for 5.5 years. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, God bless you. So my mom got really ill with, she got a form of fungal, uh, she inhaled some spores and it went into her lungs. And it formed a tumor that went into her spine, then to her brain, which then became meningitis. And then, because of lack of oxygen, became Alzheimer's. Actually, it was Alzheimer's or dementia. You don't really know one or the other, but they say one's very specific or the other. It's really not. I mean, I took care of my mom for 15 years. And I even had like a discussion with like this young, not a doctor, what was she? I hear trick-or-treaters. Hold on, let me look. Oh my gosh. What are they doing in front of, they are in front of my house. Hold on, you guys. So make sure they're not doing anything wrong. No. I don't know what the heck. I guess they're still driving around seeing what houses are, open for business. Anyways, so my mom, yeah, she was ill so she had to have emergency surgery. No one believed her because she was starting to convulse. And no one believed her. Nobody. And I was like, no, I'm going to go with you to the doctor. So I did. And the doctor was older than her. And he said, it's because of her age. And I'm like, pardon me? And I said, she shouldn't convulse like that. And I said, that's not her age. She was like early 60s. And I said, this just came on. So I remember my dad was like mad at me for, questioning the doctor. How dare I? Sorry, I hear kids out there. Well, I did. And I said, if I'm not leaving here until you give me a referral, because how dare you tell my mom it's her age when you're older than her and she's convulsing. And I did report him, by the way. He was old too. Like, oh my, I'm so upset. I'm still upset about it. And so we got the referral. And honestly, I remember getting the referral so quickly. And we went to it, and that day, the doctor said, oh, no, you need to have emergency surgery. They said it for the very next day. So I remember it was on Valentine's Day, and it was pretty horrible for her. And poor thing. Anyways, so she had the tumor removed, but they had to remove like about a little over a third of her lung. And I mean, they just butterflied her open, like all the way like that. And then stapled her back. Oh, it's horrible. And poor thing. But the damage was done. She had, lack of oxygen to the brain because of the meningitis. So, long story short, it took about within a year to see that there's something very wrong. And no one believed us on that level. So that was a whole nother thing. And then it was just a nightmare, you guys. But then finally, I mean, nobody was helping me. Nobody. It was just me and somewhat my husband. My dad was trying to retire. He was traveling, retiring. My sister doesn't help ever. So we were going to the emergency room, and I remember this time it was so bad. Like, she wanted to see my sister, which my sister could care less. She's like, I'm with my boyfriend right now. Anyway, um, and we were on the freeway and we were headed to where my mom used to live and to that ER. And my mom was like going to open the door on the freeway. I had to like jump from the passenger seat into the back to stop her. Oh my God, it was such crazy town. It was, but poor thing, you know. Anyway, we got to the emergency and there was a doctor on board that night, working that night. And he said, because we were told like my mom just has anxiety and depression. I'm like, no, there's something more wrong than anxiety here. And so what we ended up happening was he's like, I believe you. No, there's something very much more wrong with her. So he started the process because of him. He had her, you know, watched basically for 30 days. And really, they didn't need to keep her 30 days. It was at a facility. They probably could have kept her for like 10, if that. And realized that, you know, she has either dementia or Alzheimer's. And they did a brain scan. So once you see the brain scan, it's one of the two, right? But like, you don't need to keep them any longer. I mean, clearly, like, it was so clear that she didn't have like schizophrenia or anything, you know. So anyway, it was a long journey. And I often want to do a separate channel on that just so that I could help people with it. But also, I would like to write a book, but I'm just not, it's still so hard to talk about that I don't know if I can do it. But I want to help people because there's so many things that I went through that could probably help people. You know, every time I talk to someone who's going through it, I'm like, oh, you need to get them on this medication and test them for this and blah, blah, blah. It will stop the process of dementia or Alzheimer's. Anyway, so then my whole mom's family, it's a big family, by the way, were like against us, thinking we were keeping her in the basement from them, but she didn't want to see them because they were awful to her anyways. So I promised her I wouldn't do that. That was a whole nother thing. But you know what? I'm gonna do what that person, my mom or my dad, you know, I'm gonna promise them whatever they want. If nobody else likes it, too bad. Too bad. And I did that. I don't know where I got the strength for that, but I did. Anyway, I got it and we got through it. And my poor mom, the last couple of times that we had to go into the emergency room with her, the last time was the hardest because it really affected her the worst. But she still lived a year and a half after that. And they wanted us to pull the plug on her. And, you know, we got her to walk, we got her to talk again. I mean, you know, they wanted us not to resuscitate her if she, you know, it was awful. I mean, if you're sick, really sick in the hospital and elderly, don't think you're going to get great help. Let me just say that. But my mom lived for another year and a half after that. And I'm glad for the time that I had with her all those years, 15 years. And I had a different type of relationship with her at that point because she was a different person, you know? And I'm so thankful for it. I wasn't perfect all the times because you're learning. You're learning, like, what do I do? Oh my God, I'm going crazy, And you just can't argue with them. Don't argue with them. But anyways, that's a whole nother separate channel and talk I would like to maybe create on a different channel. But um it's still very emotional for me. So I don't know if I can do it. I just don't know. Like I almost thought I'm gonna cry now, right now. And I held myself back and I got a little, you know, but my mom was in a better place. When my mom was dying, her body was shutting down. She was at home and she died in our arms. My dad was trying to resuscitate her. And terrible. But she got to stay home with us, and that was great. I'm so thankful. So thankful. So if you have an elderly parent, and if you're wondering if you can do it, I guess it's just gotta see, because we're not perfect, and it is a lot of work. And I mean, from cleaning them to emotional, it's a lot of work. And I was there for 15 years with her and my dad. And my sister, never. My sister did terrible things during that time, stole my mom's medications for herself. And the thing is, if you were to meet my sister, you would think, Lori, you're totally lying. She's like so respectable, and yeah, we did grow up respectable. But people who are respectable have problems too. So that was a whole nother thing. We had to lock up my mom's medications because then my sister would come by during medication time and try to take the drugs. It was just awful. So during this time when my dad was moving recently, my sister was trying to get involved, and that created a whole nother set of problems. But that's why I'm saying, like, this past year has been hell for me. And I'm surprised I even put out videos. And I was financially in going through it. So you never know what people are going through, basically. And if it wasn't for a couple of friends, really mainly one, I don't think I could have done it. I don't think I could have done it at all. Let's see, I had family that was the same way towards me, but I never helped me and was just me and her. Yeah, oh, I'm sorry. Everyone should have somebody. And if my sister lived 10 minutes away, by the way, from my parents' house, if she could just relieve us for like half an hour, just to give us a break, because I lived 45 minutes from my parents' house, and my sister lived 10, but she didn't want to get involved. Anyway, it is what it is. But of course, like when my mom died, like my sister wanted money. Anyhow, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. She can have all the money she wants. It is what it is. But I'm sorry, I'm getting all sniffly. Ugh. Anyway, okay, what are you guys saying? They all had handout when she passed. Crazy. I know, exactly. Yes. So you know what I mean. But it's awful, isn't it, to see the true colors of people like that at that time. But you know what? I made it through it. You made it through it. We're better people for it. And our mothers know. They know. God knows. And they don't forget. I mean, the Lord doesn't forget. When they're at the pearly gates, and I have not been perfect. I'm just saying, like, I haven't been perfect. I lost my temper a few times, but still, like, I took care of my mom, and, I'm only human. And I took it upon myself. My sister wanted to put my mom in a home. So, not everyone can do it. You know what I mean? Not everyone can take care of a parent, but, and you should know if you can't. Because if you can't, don't do it. Don't do it. It's really very hard. So, they all had handout on the shoe pack. Yeah. Oh, did I miss a comment? Oh, wait. Similar towards me, I never had. Okay, sorry you guys, I'm getting sniffly. I wonder if there's like a, oh, there is. Hold on, I gotta blow my nose. Kitty, hold on. But let's talk about something more positive too, because I'm getting so emotional. I can't help it. Like, my mom was my world. So, yeah, let's talk about something else. But I do want to create a channel for that, just to help out. Okay, tell me if you can hear me. Can you hear me now? Reminds me of that commercial. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Maybe you can see me better too with that light. Anyway, let's talk about something um not so emotional right now. Because, gosh, Lord knows I've had many emotional days. But the good thing is, which I haven't really talked about on my channel, with my dad moving in, gosh, it's been a lot of stuff that I've taken on, like totes, and in fact, I don't know. Let's see. I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, there are a bunch of totes here, but there was so much less in this room than what there used to be. I have decluttered so much, and it's been so great. It feels lightening because, lightening on like my shoulders, and I feel like lighter. But I always I feel like I don't want my life to be bogged down by all this stuff. You know, I just don't. And there's a lot of stuff from my parents and my childhood, but I'm not working through that so much. I did a little bit, but I'm getting through all the other stuff that's like, oh yeah, don't want it, don't want it, don't need it. And then I get to the harder stuff, and it's like my mom's stuff, her shoes, her outfits, That was a hard one. I'm not even through it completely. I went through a lot of her shoes, which she had a ton because she had really small feet. And I kept a couple. I think I kept three. And then I threw some out and then kept some to donate because they're like nice leather ones, and they need to be fixed a little bit with like the insert, needs to be glued back down because they're older, but they're perfect condition. So I want to like fix them and then donate them. Like I'll fix it and donate it. But like outfits and stuff, like there's this one little nightgown she would wear. It was a cotton one from like Walmart that I got her a long time ago. And it was one of her favorites because it was very soft, and it's totally stained, totally stained. And I just want to keep that because that's what I remember her being in all the time. Like we did laundry, one load of laundry every day and one load of dishes in the dishwasher. We started using the dishwasher again every day. Like I made sure before I left the house, the kitchen was clean. All the dishes, everything. Everything was clean. When I got there again, I had to put the dishes away. But when my dad came out to the kitchen every morning, it was a fresh start. And he had fresh linens to get out of the, dryer. And he could, take care of my mom with because, she would have accidents and such. And she did not want to wear diapers. So we had like these little, they're like pads you put on the bed. And then we had these like throws underneath, so those would, have to get washed every day. And so we had like all these things we would rotate. That was my life. But you know what? After my mom passed, oh my God, I didn't know what to do with myself. I did not know what to do with myself. And I think it was almost like close to a year that I started my channel because I don't know. It was like a year after she passed. Like I couldn't handle it. But I knew I had to do something to like alleviate the sadness. And that's when I started my channel. I think it was a year, maybe. Because I think I've been on for 7 years and my mom has been passed for 8. Yeah, something like that. Your mom had tons of stuff and still working on it today. Couldn't bring myself to tackle it for years. I know. I mean, there's things I told my dad, I'm like, I don't care, Dad. Let's just put it in here. It was like dirty, I mean, we were just trying to clear out the house, and some of it was like dirty tissues and clothes. I didn't care. Let's just put it in the totes. We'll go through it at another time. Now that the house is done with and my dad is here, we can work through the totes and get through them. But it's still hard for me. Like it is really hard for me. But I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I have YouTube because I feel like I can focus my energy in a different way. Like, oh, I have a new problem. My finances are terrible and I need to go to the food bank. So here it is, so that helps me. And for a long time, some of you know that, of course, I sold jewelry online, which really helped me. Oh my gosh, it really, really helped me. Just emotionally, financially, So that was really helpful. But yeah, it takes a long time. It does. It takes a long time to unpack everything in our brain, So I'm in a better place with it now because I want to see my future different. I want to do things, and I'm kind of a introvert, but also I just like staying home. But I like to travel. I know that sounds crazy. I'm nowhere near being able to travel again, but when I do, I like going to Europe. I like going abroad. I like going South America. I'm not so big into like Canada only because it's colder there, and yeah, it's just like the US in a way because they speak English predominantly. And they do speak French. I do speak a tiny bit of French, tiny, because my mom was French, but my French is terrible, terrible. Like, so that brings me to what I've been reading. So let me grab these books. Hold on. Hold on. Let me grab. Ugh. I'm moving all this stuff. Alrighty. So I've been reading some books. Oops. And they're just books that, are just books. Let's see. Okay, so this is my old Italian book. It's not mine, it's my sister's. It's called Ciao, which means hello, goodbye in Italian. So we know Spanish for the most part. I'm not fluent. I would never say I'm fluent, but we know enough. And the same with French. I know enough. I'm better in Spanish than French, though. And my mom, she was French, so, but being in California, it's easier to take Spanish, quite honestly. But, because I have a Spanish background, Italian is really easier for me, and my sister knows it pretty well. So when we went to Europe, she was really good with getting us everywhere. So the Italian came out. She also studied German, and she also studied Swedish. Oh, it's not in here. She took a lot of notes. She's really good at languages, but she took German, Swedish, is that the word? Yeah. Oh, I think what prompted it is she liked a Swedish guy. But instant Swedish. Anyways, so I'm trying to stay off my phone at night, but what I find is really great is reading. And I read and read and read until I get tired. So I'm learning whatever over and over and over again. I repeat it over and over again to revive what's in my memory of what I learned of Italian. I didn't learn it through a book or school. I learned it through being around Italians, and having a Spanish background helped me. So 3 years of Spanish really helped, because it's all Latin based. So, I picked up Italian enough to get by in Italy. And one day in my future of when I'm not, going through it all anymore, I'm going to go back to Europe. So I want to revive my Italian. And not that I speak Italian to anyone here, but I watch a lot of Italian channels. But no one here in my town speaks it really. Yeah, I don't think so. It's more downtown maybe, but I'm practicing it nonetheless. Practicing that. I have German tenants live with me, and I learned some words, but I'm gonna say this because it's very different than the Latin, than Spanish, Italian, and all that. But I know teeny few words. I know a little bit of Tagalog from just working with Filipino women who took me under their wing, after my divorce. And they're so nice. Oh my gosh. So we would go out and have fun, but I picked it up a little bit here and there. So when I get a call center, you get a call center after hours, if you call your internet service or your cell phone, you're going to get and I could tell by the accent. And I'm like, oh, are you from the Philippines? Do you speak, Tagalog? And they're like, oh, we're not supposed to say. And I say, well, tell me this if you understand. I'll say, how are you in Tagalog? And they're like, oh, and they respond. And it's it's so nice. It's so nice to be able to connect in a little way with other people. So I'm so glad I know a little bit of everything. little things, maybe here and there, not a lot. But another book that I just picked up that I don't even know where I got this, to be honest. I don't know if it was my sister's or I got it from a yard sale. Let's see, what are you guys saying? My mother was from Nuremberg. Nuremberg. Where is that? I can't look it up right now. Tell me, when you get a chance. Tell me where that is. That sounds like from, is that in Sweden? Or Germany? Germany, okay. Yeah, so I had, I don't know if you missed my videos where I would talk about my tenants, but they didn't want me to talk about them, which is fine. I get it. But I had German tenants live here that were doing like, what is it called? They were working here for like 6 months, basically. But we had so much fun. We did. I had 3 of them. And I just adored them. But so I picked up some words here and there. And one of them, as a gift right away, the second one brought me from his town. It was, I can't remember. I have to show it. I always put it out during Christmas. And it's specifically from his area. But I do feral cat rescues, and he wanted to take one of my newest kitties that I rescued. But I'm like, no, because you're going to keep it outside. And he goes, yeah, I will. I'm like, no, then you can't have it. But yeah, he loved that cat. Her name is Gizzy. And he would call her Gizzy. What did he call her? Now, I called her Gizzy Girl. Oh, he called her Gizzy Bear. He just fell in love with her. And I haven't heard from him in a while, actually, now that I think about it. So I need to email him. But yeah, I adored them. I adored all of them. They were just wonderful. But this is another one I'm reading. Mind Traps by, it's backwards. Anyways, it's Change Your Mind, Change Your Life. And it's by Tom Rusk, MD. Anyway, I'm just partial. What page? 10. I'm like barely. But I thought, you know what? I need to hear that. I need to hear that now. Mind Traps. Change my mind and change my life for the better. Yes, I could do that. So I'm reading that. I'll probably read a little bit of that tonight. But when I'm feeling like really like, I have some time, I'm feeling good, that's when I do the language stuff. Not the German one yet, but the Italian. That's when I'll kind of brush up on that a little bit, because I was never formally in school for it. But because I would like to travel again in the future of my life when things are so ridiculous. But yeah, so Mind Traps. So I'm reading that. So that's a good one. So it's just good to always have books. And I just took back a few other books to the library. And they were mainly cookbooks for like the Depression era and stuff. And they were fun. They were really fun. And then another one, it was I can't even remember the author right now. It'll come to me. But they were great. And I just love reading. And so every night, instead of being on my phone, I make a pact to myself. I'm like, no, I have to read. Because that really does tire my eyes. And then I'm like, and then it's like, oh God, what page was I on? But I always find, where I was at. And it helps me sleep better. So... And then I do like to color at night. Not all the time, but I have colored a little bit. I got a thing in the mail. And it was a cute picture. And I'm like, I'm going to color that. And it's really intricate. So I've been coloring it. And that's been really fun. So I'm just keeping my mind busy. I do like crossword puzzles. I like books. My dad and I like to watch Family Feud, which probably sounds nerdy, but I love it. I love game shows like that. Yeah, Family Feud. And there's some new ones I don't like. I'm like, ugh, no, I can't watch this. But Family Feud, and I used to love what is that one called? I can't think of it. Oh my gosh, brain fog. Sorry, I'm still not feeling 100%. I mean, you can see like I've got cuts under my eyes. I'm just tired and not feeling well. But there's a game show called Pictionary. I don't really love that. Jeopardy. Yes, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I like Jeopardy. But there's one called Pictionary and that comes on really late at night. And I'm just not into it. I'm like, oh, seriously? And then there's two other ones. One that's taking the place of Family Feud. It comes now before it. And it's called Flip Side or something with the guy who was Urkel on, that one show, that really nerdy kid called Urkel. I don't like that show. It's just not the same. Ugh, don't like it. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune, totally over it. Done. Yeah, I mean, I remember watching it as a kid and I loved it with Vanna White, and I know she's still on there. I can't believe it. It's crazy. But I'm just over it. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Um, the other one, like Pictionary, could be so much better, but it's just not that great of a show. Um, So I also like on New Year's Eve, what my dad and I did is I cooked a really nice dinner and we did a puzzle together. But he kind of got disinterested and I just finished it myself. Well, I finished half of it and then I finished the next part of it the next day. But he was like over it. He was like, I'm bored of it. And he loved puzzles before, but so this year, I think I'm gonna get like a big puzzle for myself and do it on New Year's. I just like puzzles. I think they're great. But they're expensive. So I gotta find one at like the thrift store. Can you believe Ryan Seacrest is the new host of Oh, he is? That's who it is, huh? Yeah, no, I don't It's not the same. Pat Sajak was my favorite. I mean, he had his moments, but he's Pat or Ryan Seacrest is not Pat Sajak. um, who else did I like on a game show? I do. You know what? I have to. I don't even live. Like if I pointed my phone out the window, um, there. So I live right by the Deepwater Channel and port, but on the other side of there's a road and there's a Goodwill. It's like a new Goodwill. And there's a next door, the Goodwill by the pound. And I mean, I found good things at both things. I just haven't been there in a long, long, long time. I love going there, but I haven't been there in, I don't know, 2.5 years, maybe 3 years. And the one next door is by the pound. Oh, they have gone up. That's why I'm like, just, go to the one by the pound where they weigh it. Because one year it was so bad, I'm not even kidding, that I went to the Goodwill over here by the pound, like they weigh things by the pound. And I got almost everybody, like my dad, my sister, brother-in-law. The only thing I couldn't find anything for was my nephew because he was younger then. Something to like wear because they weigh everything by the pound, right? So clothes are super light. So I got everyone like a couple of pieces. And I think my sister was still wearing the sweater that I got her. It was really like trendy at the time, like, longer in the front, you know what I mean? And I washed it by hand and air dried it and I gave it to her and I told her, it's from the Goodwill. But I spent like nothing, like less than $5, you know? It's crazy. But I have to go there. I do. And I was thinking about how am I going to take you guys there with me? We don't have the pound deal here. Oh, you don't? Oh, that's a bummer. Because sometimes, because it is by the pound, they weigh things. Like, let's say you found this little Halloween lantern there, right? Well, it's heavy because it's metal. So they would say, okay, the people who are bringing you up kind of just say a price, $2, and you're like, okay. You could either say yay or nay, or you could say, how about $1.50? Yeah, I mean, I've never done that. I've always been happy with the prices that they tell me. And I'm like, yeah, okay. But I found this one at the dump or in the dumpster when I used to feed different feral cats. I mean, it's like brand new and it still turns on. But yeah, I mean, if things are heavy, if they're heavy, isn't that cute? If they're heavy, I always say, well, what about this? It's heavy. Because I remember finding lights that were they were like Swedish stars, you know, oh, I don't even know the name of them, but they're like carved all the angles, geometrically. And then they have like little designs on them and they were heavy. I still have them. And I don't remember where I put them. I want to find them, but they were so heavy. And I think she just said, like $4. And I'm like, okay. And so I had them in my patio for a long time, but they don't put out a lot of light because it's like string lights with these thingies, these metal stars on them that, a lot of light just doesn't get through 'em. Anyway, I still have them somewhere, but I just love them. And they were like $4. And I think they were originally from Pier 1 or Pottery Barn. They were expensive. Okay, side of the stuff is the best feeling. Side of the stuff, especially like antique furniture. I'm on it. Have a booth at Antiques. Oh my gosh. I wish I could. Here in California, there's no, I mean, I wish I could have one because I have lots of stuff listed on my Facebook account and some things do sell and some things don't. And I just kind of like, keep them or retry it later. But an antique booth here in California, like, where are you from? Side of the road. Oh, okay. Side of the road. Oh, yeah. That's the best. Okay. So I don't know what state you're in, but here in California, antique booth here is ridiculous. I mean, so expensive. It's not worth the money for us. Oh, Georgia. Okay. Total difference. Yeah. It's just so much more money here. Gosh, I wish I could afford an antique booth because I'm a home stager and that was my job. And I have lots of antiques and things and knickknacks. I could stage a little booth really well, but it's so expensive. Oh my God, it's so expensive. So I never got one, but I always wanted to have one. And then I see people on YouTube have one. I'm like, oh, I would love to. How wonderful. But yeah, it's too expensive in California, unfortunately. And there was like a flea market near me, but I don't want to help things back and forth that's just too hard of work. My brother lives in Eugene, Oregon. Oh, does he do a antique booth? I'm just curious. I'm just curious in like northern US, like if it's as expensive there as it is here. Um Jonathan Alfredo. Why does that sound familiar? Jonathan Alfredo. He's an it guy? Jonathan Alfredo. Alfredo? Like the... Oh, he's on YouTube. Oh, wait. Is that the Jonathan guy that would sometimes buy from me? He was in my auctions. Are you talking about him? Alfredo? Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Yeah. Does he have a booth or something? Hi, Diana. How are you? You're in my time zone. Yes, you did too. Yes, yes, you did. Yes. So did Paula, but I don't think Paula's still here. And thank you, by the way. Total gratitude. I appreciate everything that anyone bought for me. Big, small, thank you. It kept me going, I'm telling you. Yes. But your name was different at the time because it's throwing me off a little bit. I think it was Victoria something, but I could be wrong. Diana, how are you? Did you get many trick-or-treaters? What time is it? I'm curious. You need to get back into selling in some capacity. Ugh, I know I should. I have so much left. I'm okay just looking at YouTube before I go to bed and saw your live. Okay. Well, nice for you to drop by. Mike Newsome. I don't know who that is on YouTube. Do I? I don't remember. I'm sorry. See, I've been so out of the scene for so long that I can't remember a lot of the people. No trick-or-treaters. Oh, really? Oh, Mike Newsome is you. That's what you were saying before. Okay, I got it. Oh, okay. Got it. Okay, thank you. Sorry, thank you. Diana, no trick-or-treaters. I got I want to say about 175 to 200, maybe. Probably 175. And everything was from the food bank that I was able to pass on, sweets and stuff that I don't eat. So that was so great. And the kids were like, oh my gosh, full size, whatever. It was so wonderful. So wonderful. It was so fun. Okay, now I remember. Yes, okay, I remember. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, I got a lot of kids. So I just put a chair by my front door. And I had my water, which I still have. I refilled it. And then at some point, like when I was getting a little slow, I ate a little bit of dinner because I wasn't feeling good. I had some steamed brown and white rice with some tofu. And last week at the food bank, we got this beautiful, leafy green. It's I think it's called red leaf lettuce. And it can go limp really fast. Like if you don't, eat it right away, but you just have to rejuvenate it by putting it in a bowl of water. And it was so full of water and crispy after I did that. And I just wrapped my tofu in it with a little bit of rice, and I think I put some oyster sauce on it too. And I just was like, it was like a nice meal because I wasn't feeling great, and I just thought, oh, I just want something plain and good. Yeah, I know. I mean, it did seem like a lot because, but at some point, I asked my dad, I'm like, Dad, what time is it? He goes, it's 7. I'm like, 7? I felt like I was doing it forever, you know? And I was like, good grief. When is this going to end? But I ended it before, just before 9 o'clock. And then I was like, oh, I gotta. And it was few and far between. Like, there was all these kids, and then there was like 10 to 20 minutes in between where it was just like sporadic. And then finally, before 9, I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I think most people go to the community events and churches as if safer. Yeah, there was like a trunk trunk or treat. I know I wish I could have gone to that, but um, we missed it. And I thought, well, because it was like, it was yesterday or something. I don't know. There were different times. There was a couple different ones. But we still got a lot of kids. I was pretty surprised and I was happy. And I just kind of threw together like this thingy. My dad's like, okay, you look like a gypsy. And my goal was to look like a pirate. But he's like, you look more like a gypsy. I'm like, whatever. So I just put like these stitches. This one's coming off. It was fun. Um, we used to get trick-or-treaters years ago, but they go to the ball field now. I guess it's safer in many ways. Yeah, I mean, I agree. But we live in a good area, and yeah, we live in a good area. So I was even thinking about writing my address on the treats, but I'm like, my treats are so specific, they're gonna remember what house it's from. Because most of the time, I'm like, I was giving them so much. I'm like, give it to your mommy or daddy, because it's heavy. Because they have like little tiny, things to hold their, bless their hearts, they're so darn cute, to hold their little treats. Just love them. I love the little ones. And I like when the teenagers come by too, but when they are respectful. Oops. Um, let's see. What are you guys saying? It's sailing away because back in the day, it was a great. Oh, I know it was. It was totally nice. I, um, gosh, I loved trick or treating as a kid. I really did. I, I mean, we lived in a nice area, but we also went to go visit my aunts and uncles. So we really didn't trick or treat in my area until like later. So, anyways, it was fun. I'm so thankful. I'm so glad we got to do it. Your friend's church sponsors an event at a park. They were expecting 2,000 kids. In your weather getting cold? Oh, is your weather getting colder? We are chilly tonight down here. Yeah, it's definitely getting colder. I mean, it was like beautiful, mid 80s. It was so nice. And then it was just like low 70s, like today, I think the high was 68. I think it was actually higher because I was only wearing like a short sleeve outside, you know, short sleeve, capri, leggings. And so, yeah, it I think it was probably like more like 70 something, but it went from like 80s to 70s, and it was like, oh, it's a little chilly in the morning. Um but yeah, it was really it's been nice. It's like now a true fall in a way, and I appreciate it. Because we had some hot weather. I don't know about you, Diana, but in October, early October, we had triple digits for, I don't know, it was like a week or so, week and a half. It was like triple digits. Crazy. And we don't normally have that. I think it's more like in the 90s, usually, and then it goes from 90s to 80s kind of thing. But so it was a weird year for sure. You still have pumpkin. You still have my pumpkin basket from when I was young. Oh, you still have, sorry. I'm reading like tiny little. Oh, how cool. I still have my mom's that she made me. She sewed me like a witch on a broom. She got it from like the fabric store, and it's like stuffed, but it's square and has a handle, so it's like a fabric thingy, and oh, I just love it. Some kids didn't even have anything. Like they must have just, I think their parents were waiting at the end and then they just took it in like a bag or something. Oh my gosh, it was so cute. And I thought, aren't you cold? Some of them had like less than me. Like they had like these little cap sleeve, little dresses and nothing underneath. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you must be so cold. I didn't say that to them, but um same here, 87 today. Okay. So Mike, where are you looking? You're in Georgia. That's right, 87. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Kids today don't have the sewing mom like we had. My mom sewed us I know. My mom did too. Well, she didn't sew my clothes because I wore a uniform to school all the time, but my mom would make our costumes and um well, I had to go to a dance when I was young, and she made that outfit. But like everything else, like we bought. Yeah. I mean, she was good, but she wasn't like a seamstress kind of thing. But she tried. She did try. We were 50 over 50. That is chilly. And 70 daytime. Yeah, it's chilly. Yeah, that is chilly. I know I'm chilly. Like when I go to bed now, I put on socks. I have like my puppy, he's always cold. So I got to get his sweaters out because they just like turn so fast. So I got to get his sweaters and wash them. I forgot to do that. But, and, yeah, I mean, it's chilly. My dad's been saying it's cold. I'm like, I know, Dad, I don't want to turn the heater on yet. Not yet. We have many months of that. Well, not really, but I just don't want to turn it on. It's so expensive. Um, and I have a space heater if he wants to use it, but he doesn't because his dog, who's elderly, she's a big girl, big dog, and she just gets hot. So, yeah. So I feel bad. I know he's chilly. And I'm like, well, what about a electric blanket, Dad? I can go get you one. He's like, no, because I think we're gonna have to eventually put his pup down. So sad. I can't even remember how old she is now, but she's a large breed and they don't live very long. So we're both like not looking forward to the next couple of weeks because we can't even take her to the vet. We have to have someone come here. She can't get it in a car. She can't do that anymore. Poor baby. But anyway, um yeah. So I mean, I feel like I'm probably warmer upstairs because I'm upstairs. My dad is downstairs and his floor is concrete. And then there's a huge thick rug on there for him and his dog. But still, it's cooler downstairs. So I wish he would just, I don't know. I told him, I said, let me get you an electric blanket. It only affects you, not the dog. He's so stubborn. You know how dads Let's see. Columbus, Georgia, 100 miles south of Atlanta. Okay. Did you get affected at all by, um, Helena or Milton? Just curious. At all? I mean, I heard there was some stuff that happened in Georgia, but I don't know to how much. And if you were, I'm so sorry. I prayed for those poor people and all the animals. Oh my gosh. They found animals like stuck in trees, you know, poor babies. Like a pit bull stuck in a tree top. Oh my gosh. I was so sad, but I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that they found that puppy. Um, but yeah, it has been chilly here, but not so bad. But to where I want to drink hot coffee now rather than iced coffee, or not iced coffee. I usually make my coffee the night before so I can put it in the refrigerator so it's cool. But now I'm like, oh, I just want a hot coffee or tea. So, to get Helena, but it first cat east and hit the Carolinas. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Oh, of course. Sure. I mean, gosh, that was horrible. I always pray for the poor animals and the people. And I think about the people who are stuck way out there or the elderly. Ugh, breaks my heart. But it's good seeing when, people do help and rescue them. Um, but did you feel the Bay earthquake where you are? Not sure how far south it was. No, I mean, I'm not sure when it was, but I felt something weird. But I didn't know. I didn't even know that there was an earthquake. And I don't watch the news. I I have been staying off of the news online and on the TV for like the last week, just because all the craziness that's been going on with elections and everything. I wanted my brain to have like a break. But no, I don't think we felt it at all. There was something, but we feel aftershocks or stuff sometimes. Yeah, like for instance, when there are earthquakes like near San Francisco or San Andreas, the fault, we're pretty close to that, so we feel it. Um, I remember one time, this is I think 8.5 years ago, almost 9 years ago. I don't remember what earthquake it was, but my whole house it's a two-story, and I was standing in by my room talking to uh two or three of my tenant girls. They were three girls, and I get vertigo, and so I was like, ugh, I'm swaying, and I felt, oh gosh, I don't feel good. But it was an earthquake. The whole house was just like this, and you could see it do that, like that much, the whole house. And I thought it was me. And so I was like, ooh, I held on to the wall. And then the girls were like, what is that? The house is swaying. And I'm like, oh, it's an earthquake. Okay, get in your doorway. And so they got in their doorway and I got in mine. And it was pretty much over. But then we had the aftershocks. We do get a lot of aftershocks, but no, I guess we really didn't feel it. 6.0 or 6 a.m. 6.0? Wait, that's pretty big, isn't it? Or 6 a.m. Never experienced one. Yeah, I would only, honestly, I mean, knock on wood. I don't want to go through a tornado or a hurricane. Not that I want to go through an earthquake either, but I don't know. I think we get them pretty lightly here, so they don't seem very bad. Um, but they're pretty diluted by the time we feel them, and aftershocks. So, but we have had sinkholes in our area, like where my parents lived. There were sinkholes, which is kind of scary. We don't have the fires either. Oh, we definitely get fires. We definitely get fires for sure. And a couple times it got scary. Um, yeah, we just get so, I mean, up until about a week and a half ago, we were still getting alerts on our phone about the, fire hazard, red flag, because it was dry. We're dry. And then, the winds, it was windy. So, it was actually off the coast, 1:30 p.m. Oh, 6.1 magnitude. Ooh, that was a big one. Wow. Yeah. 1:30. No, I didn't, I felt something, but I thought it was my vertigo, and probably was. It probably was because I get kind of dizzy easily. I didn't I didn't even think it was an earthquake, and I didn't check either. Wow, that's a big one though. So I have no idea if I felt it, to be honest, or if it was my vertigo. But wow, did you feel it, Diana? You must have, because you're right there. I think you are. You're in Southern Cal. Um, Sorry, my voice is getting a little scratchy. Do any of you guys watch what's her name? What Vivi did next on YouTube? I really like her. She's in the UK, and I don't know, Diana, if you watch her, but she has bought a new flat because she's sold hers and bought a new flat. And I don't know. I just like that channel. She is a hoot. And she I can't wait to see her new place, but she's at that point because in selling a house here in the US is very different. I'm gonna say in California is very different from the rest of the US, but um I was just watching her today, and I think she has like long COVID or COVID recently, and she lives very frugally, very, and it's so admiring like what she does. Like she holds herself accountable because a lot of people, they say they live frugally, but then they go to like Costco and do a huge run, or they buy something big, which hey, there's nothing wrong with that, but not everyone can afford something like a big purchase. Um, she does not, but she does save, and I really like her channel, and I really look up to her ethics. I mean, I think it's really great. Um, Anyways, I enjoy her channel, but if you guys are looking for another frugal channel, like she's a good one. I think it's what Vivi did next, or Vivi did in the garden, or something like that. Um, yeah, I like her channel a lot. Let's see. You watch the Crazy Lamp Lady. Oh, I've never heard of that channel. Okay, I'll have to look into it. The Crazy Lamp Channel. Is it like a frugal channel, or does she sell stuff? When you were painting a room, when someone moved out, oh yes, let's see, I don't remember which room that was. I think it was the room next to me, And that's when I think one of my like German interns moved in, and I painted the floor. Is that the one you were thinking of? And I loved him. I just adored him. They were all great. But him and I really hit it off, and he was such a sweet kid. Yeah. What Vivi did next, yes. That I like her channel a lot. Something like that. I only watch it once in a while. Okay. I used to, and then I got hooked on it probably in the last year because I used to watch her before, and then I was moving my dad and everything, and then I just started religiously watching her when I could, but I was so behind always, and just kind of like Ellen's Abundant Life Unless, like I'm always behind on her videos, but I always tell her, I'm sorry, I'm so behind, you know. But and then by the time we talk, it's like it already happened so long ago, it's not a big deal anymore. But yeah, so yes, that is the channel. What Vivi did next. Yeah. But yeah, so I was painting the floor, I think, because the walls didn't need painted. So I painted the floor, and I think it showed you guys the room, how it looked. And then he moved into this room after the other tenant moved out, the other German intern, and he took his place. And this is like, I think, the best room because you get the street view and it's bigger and it has like a walk-in closet. But I'm not renting to anyone right now because it's just like family time for my dad and I. And we're going through a lot of like decluttering all the totes. I mean, it's like a maze of totes downstairs in the formal dining room and living room. So I there's yeah, I don't want to subject anyone to that, but yeah. Um but it's fun having tenants in a way. It's you just have to get used to the idea of it, I think. But hey, it serves a purpose. It really does. Okay, what are you guys saying? I'm sure you guys can see how tired I am. Look at the cuts under my eyes. I did not sleep well last night or the night before. I'm gonna look up the crazy lamp lady though, for sure. She sells, buys from Goodwill, big channel. Oh, okay. Cool. You were well liked on YouTube. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mike. I kind of just got disenchanted with it, you know, because there's a lot of drama that you don't know about behind the scenes, and it's like, ugh, I don't want to be a part of it. Doesn't need to be there, you know. People are jealous of each other. I mean, it just doesn't need to happen, you know. But with that said, there's still so many people I love and adore. And there's some people I still keep in touch with. And there's some people I just don't keep in touch with anymore because I realize, you know, things. And it is what it is, you know. Um, but I do have still a ton of things to sell. Maybe I should go online on my other channel. I'm sure, right? I should probably not do it on this channel because this is like a very general channel where I do like frugal stuff. I should do it on my other jewelry channel. I would always get my channels mixed up and put one video on the other, but and go live on one that I meant to go on the other. But I bet if I just like out of the blue went live on my other jewelry channel, I bet like people will come out of the woodworks and be like, "What are you doing?" Let's see. Did you know Robin died? Oh, yes, I found out she had passed. Who did I find out from? What's his name? Oh, I can't remember his name. Hold on. It'll come to me. Um, I can't remember his name, but he contacted me and just told me. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's terrible. But I think a lot of people thought we were related, but we weren't. Because she would say, oh, that's my cousin. We were cousin by, like, she was adopted, and her adopted family was somehow, she said, um, related to our family name, which is like a big, you know, historical family name. And I mean, I never looked into it, and I didn't care to, but we weren't close, her and I. She would say, oh, it's my cousin and this and that, but we weren't close at all. She was more of an acquaintance, but I was sad to, that was still very sad. I don't know the details. Yeah, I don't know the details about it. I wonder, like, I just don't know, I don't know what happened to her, and I don't know how it turned out. Let's see. I used to watch Crazy Lamp Lady all the time. I've cut back a lot on some of the topics I watch. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, me too. I need to cut back on my watching time, period, because I feel like it affects us, mentally. My eyes. You should wear glasses that are the blue, cut down the blue light. I always get on my dad. I'm like, I bought these glasses on Amazon. I'm like, wear 'em, Dad. I forget. But it's really important. And it does interrupt your, like, sleeping patterns and everything, your gut biome, all of that. So I tell him, like, cut it back a little bit. In her sleep. Oh, in her sleep. Well, thank God it happened in her sleep. Yeah, thank God. Poor thing. Ah, that's a shame. I don't think she was, I know she was quite a bit younger than me. Probably 10, 12 years younger than me. So, wow, that's a trip. That's unfortunate. That's really sad. That's too bad. Well, I did say a prayer for her. I prayed for her. Well, I'm not Catholic anymore. I grew up Catholic, but I did say a prayer for her for 7 days. That's what you would do. You would have a rosary for 3 days. I didn't do the rosary, but I did pray for 7 days for her when I found out, because I was really sad. Um, yeah, I haven't been in touch with any of the jewelry side at all. But I'm not saying that I won't be in the future. It's just I needed a break, you know? And so much was going down. Like, I, had a lot going on with my family, and I was helping my dad move. That took well over a year. And I know a lot of people thought, oh, how long does it take to move? But it was a process. Believe me, it was a process. So I still can't believe it's over, to be honest. I don't think my dad can believe it. It's over. It's over. We're here together, and that's over. That's all I can say. And we're doing good, you know. Um, yeah, we're just still unpacking things. I mean, I'm looking at two totes right here, but they're ones I already went through and are a part of, like, my staging stuff and things that I use there and stuff. So, I mean, they're all clean and everything. So it's not like clutter. I have gone through my kitchen in the last, I would say, 4 months. I've gone through my kitchen 3 times, like, really good, really good. And I keep finding stuff. I mean, I have, because I have, like, really deep cabinets, uppers and lowers. And I keep finding stuff and things that I thought, oh, I can't live without. Now I'm like, no, it's over with. I'm cool. I'm done with it. Um, so it feels really good. And even like the other day, before it started sprinkling here, I think it was last night. So it was yesterday. That's right. My dad and I went out in the yard and we covered all the motors of his lawnmowers because he has a collection of them. And, he fixes them and then sells them. Which I'm not sure how much of that is going to keep happening, but we covered the motors and it felt good, and got that done. I realized there's a section of my fence that's gonna fall down this winter for sure. So I gotta, because my neighbor this way, she's not gonna pay for anything and I can't afford it. So I thought, let me just fix it somehow. So I need to do that next couple of days because on Saturday it's supposed to rain here. Like a little bit, not too bad. But I don't even want to like take a chance when it gets super, because it gets really windy out here. If it gets really windy again, it's gonna go down. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't afford another whole side of fence right now. So I'm gonna look into it and see if I can fix it with what I have, the materials that I have around here, and my screw gun. And my dad's gonna help me. So we need to look at that either tomorrow or because we go to the food bank tomorrow. So Saturday morning probably because I'm kind of tired. And when I go to the food bank, because we wait in line for so long, I'm like really tired afterwards. And I got to put it all away and everything. So let's see, going to rest a bit. Nice chatting with you. It was fun. We'll catch you another live. Take care of yourself. Okay, good night, Mike. Nice chatting with you too. Yes. Well, what time is it? I can't see. But anyways, so that's what I've been up to. Kind of just like winterizing the yard, decluttering. I have donated so much. I haven't even shown everything I've donated yet because I did one video on it, but gosh, I have donated a lot. And then like I feel like I'm not attached anymore, which is good. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm really happy with the progress and process that I have implemented and made. And yes, it's really good. Um, I don't like showing it all the time because I feel like it's boring, but I also feel like isn't everything boring, like doing a haul all the time for groceries? But I think people are interested, like, what do you get? I don't know. You guys would have to tell me. Diana, anyone else, is it boring? I've been trying to switch it up a little bit. I can't always be in my videos. Like right now, my dad's asleep, so I can kind of be on a live and do my thing. But I can't always do like my thing. But that's going to change, I think, in the future without saying too much about it. Not near future, but like future. So hopefully that will be good for like me vlogging. Progress is good, even if it's slow. Yeah, slow and go is the way to go sometimes. Um, yeah. Yeah, so I feel good about everything I donated. Although the place that I donate to, it's the Vietnam Veterans of America. They're not taking anything in my area, and I don't know for how long. So I'm thinking, oh no, no, but they do rotate, the regions. And so I'm like, when are you coming back to my area? Because they kind of get used to it. They'll like pick up 3 weeks in a row and then like nothing. So, and all the other ones, they charge a fee. And I'm like, no, no. And I know Goodwill. I mean, oh, don't even get me started on Goodwill. Like I got this out of the garbage bin at Goodwill because I fed feral cats near there. So they throw a lot of things away. They don't even unpack it a lot of times. So I just don't even want to give to Goodwill right now. But I would like to find another organization and even like Habitat for Humanity because I have all these like light fixtures, hanging light fixtures and such. You have to schedule with them and they're not scheduling right now. So I'm like, oh my gosh. ah. Anyway, it'll get done, but everything is segregated. So in my area, they pick up they do trash pickup. Like, let's say you want to get rid of a couch or a mattress or something. If you want to get rid of it, you get 2 pickups in my county a year. You have to schedule it. And you really have to keep on top of them because if they don't pick up, like you're liable for keeping stuff on the street and you get fined. So crazy. Anyway, but I get 2 a year and I haven't used mine up yet. So I'm donating my couch that my dad brought over because we just don't need it. It's just too big. Although I was just watching my cats on it today. They all love it. His cats, my cats. And we have cement floors and we're going into winter and I thought, maybe I'll wait till spring and then I'll donate that one. But everything else that I wanted to donate because the couch is just taking up a lot of room. It's hard for me to like sweep underneath and I gotta clean it because their hair gets on it, all that business, and it's a lot of time. Excuse me. But I did just fall asleep on it the other day, and I thought, if I get rid of it, because I want my dad to have a recliner, I'm just gonna sit in this other chair that I have. I'm not gonna be able to sleep like I want to. I'd have to go back upstairs and take a nap. You know what I mean? Let's see. I don't donate to Goodwill. Oh, I donate to Goodwill anymore. I look for small grassroots. Oh yeah, yes. So there's one I used to donate my time. I used to do their books. It was called Field Haven Cats, or Field Haven. I think that was the name. And they were a feral cat nonprofit. And so even for them, because they're in 1, 2, 3 counties over, but I used to travel there because my parents lived in one county and they were 2 counties over. But when my mom passed, like it was just too far for me to go there anymore. And then they would transmit the information to me and I would do as much as I could online, but it became harder and harder. But even with them, you have to make an appointment. And they're super picky because they're in a posh area. And so, I mean, that's fine. Like a lot of the stuff I want to donate is like my staging stuff and it's clean and nice, but I don't want to drive it there and they don't come to pick up. So I just have to wait until I just have to make an appointment. Make the appointment, put everything together, and then because they have a shop, it's like a cafe shop that they have a thrift shop and a cafe, which is really cool. And I just need to make an appointment and drop it off when I'm going to do other things in that area because it's kind of far for me. And if my dad has a doctor appointment, maybe that's the best time, but you get an appointment whenever you get an appointment there with his doctors and with the Field Haven. But I do like them, so we'll see. I'm trying to work something out with them because I don't want them to miss out on some of the stuff that I have. There looks like there's a naughty message. Anyway, but yeah, so that's one of them. And there's one in Davis for the SPCA and by the university, which, it's a drive too for me, but you have to make an appointment there again, which is fine, but it's kind of far for me to drive, and with my car, really don't want to, So that's why I like the vets, because they came and picked up, bless their hearts. And what I would do is put out little treats for them with a little post-it note saying, thank you for your service. like a soda that I got from the food bank, or I put out some donuts, those powdered donuts. Like my dad loves them, but I won't let it. He forgets when we get them at the food bank, and then I just hide them. I give them away to like the homeless and stuff because he can't have them, and I don't. He won't just eat one or two. Anyway, so I'll put a little note, and he won't check it in the morning because they come pick up early in the morning. I'll just say, "Thank you for your service." He'll never see it, but and I'm whispering because his room is sort of below the room I'm in, and so his vent, I don't want to wake him up or him to hear. Yeah, it's a great cafe because they have a blind cat. They remove the eyes, both eyes, and I remember working there. I'd have to go into their location, and it's like in the middle of nowhere. And I called it like if you were to go, what is it called? Oh, Hidden Valley. Like, you would see commercials of Hidden Valley, like for ranch dressing, like Hidden Valley, like very picturesque and very like a pond, and oh, it was just amazing. It's that area, except the only thing that's missing is like the little white church with like the peak in the church. That was the only thing missing. It was a beautiful area, and um, yeah, they're a great community or nonprofit. It's too far for me. But there was this cat that had to have the eyes removed, and I don't remember its name now, but it was like its signature cat. And so they took it to the cafe, and it's like a cat cafe, and it's so cute. And but I kind of think like I don't know. I don't know if cats should be on display like that too. That's part of my thinking. But it was like done in a tasteful way. And, because that cat didn't really like a lot of attention. And so I feel like it wasn't the right fit. But anyways, Joyce, that's the owner, or, the who started the nonprofit. She would get like, I mean, my gosh, we would do these events, and the donations, like donations of a brand new car. They'd have auctions, and I remember being at this auction, and something, I don't even remember what it was, but it went for like $10,000. So she was in the right area, she had the right connections, but still, I still liked donating to them. In fact, I should probably donate to the SPCA because I feel like they don't have that connection with the more expensive neighborhoods and, period connections, where SPCA, they're limited, they are on a budget. you know I should just make the effort and go to Davis and be done with it. But let's see, I'm going to view this message. I'm kind of curious. It's probably going to say something naughty. Oh yeah, it says, okay, I won't bother because it's inappropriate. Anyway, guys, I should get going because I kind of not feeling great still. I'm still sniffly. Sorry. And I want to get some really good rest tonight before I go to the food bank tomorrow. And tomorrow's always a big day. And then get some stuff this Saturday, get some stuff done this Saturday before some rain. And then just, relax a little bit because I'm not feeling great. But I hope you all have a wonderful, excellent start of your weekend, and that you're keeping it frugal, watching good movies that are free or cheap, checking out books at your library, and feeding your mind and thinking positively, praying for others, all those good things. I had tons of seasonal decor from Dollar Tree, etc., in perfect condition. I put it together in little vignettes and donated it to a small thrift shop so they could sell it by. Oh, that's so great. I do the same thing. So I do put it together by like let's say it's farmhouse, okay, and this is country, or this is, whatever. I agree, because sometimes I feel like if you just put it in a box, they're not going to get it, and they don't have the time. They don't have the time. They are minimum wage, and they just don't have the time, and sometimes that stuff gets thrown away anyway. But if it's all put together, I feel like, okay, hopefully this is gonna, be sold together, or they get the idea, I agree. Good job, Diana. I agree. Totally good job. um, Thank you. You have a good weekend too. I hope you and your husband and your daughter and your brother are all having a great time, and you had a good Halloween. Whether you just watched a spooky movie, I watched The Burbs. That was kind of cute. And I did. I didn't even eat candy today. My dad did, but I didn't. Um, yeah, I like giving things too. So I like that you do that. That's really great. I'm glad you do that too. Well, have a good night, everyone. And I hope you all had a safe Halloween. Don't eat any candy if you haven't, of your kids, if you haven't checked it, please. Um, oh, okay. Sorry. I don't know why I thought you had a husband. I think I'm thinking of someone else. But I knew you had a daughter. And doesn't your brother live with you or near you? Maybe. Am I right? Um, but I hope you all have a good weekend, because it's kind of a nice fall temperature weekend. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it, even though I have a lot to get done. I think that's partially why I'm a little sick, is because I'm running myself ragged, but it's all good. I feel like, oh, I got so much done. It feels so good. It feels so, so good. Thank you. Yes. Okay. I thought so. Well, have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Take care. Eat well. Eat good food, not junk food and processed food. Only if you want it as a treat. I will see you all later. And I still pray for the people affected by um, Hurricane Helene, gosh, and Milton. Poor people and animals. All right, you guys. I will see you all later. Have a blessed weekend. Bye. I forgot how to get off of here. Hold on. Let's see. Da, 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 da. I totally forgot. Oh, okay. I figured it out. Bye, guys.